Sorry about that. Um, okay, so, once you learn to forgive, right, it allows you to move forward into your healing process. Now, healing yourself, it is a process. Forgiveness, it is a process. You have to be patient with yourself because sometimes you have to forgive people, let's just be honest, that you may feel don't deserve your forgiveness, you know, who may not apologize, who may not acknowledge. And that's tough. That's tough to be able to turn the other cheek and to be able to forgive and move forward. It's tough. I know because it was hard for me. I dealt with unforgiveness for a long time. It honestly, it wasn't until I started this to be consistent in my spiritual journey is when I started to understand what forgiveness truly was. And I really, truly didn't forgive until last year. I began to forgive those that have done me wrong as well as myself. So studying and learning things 10 plus years and being on a spiritual journey going on 4 years, that's a long time to be living an illusion thinking that I'm healed during this journey, but in the meantime I'm not forgiving nothing, not even myself. When you choose not to forgive, you close yourself off. You close yourself off from your higher self. You close yourself off from source. So it's like now your judgment, your intuition is clouded. Forgiveness is very key. When you heal, it's not just you healing from relationships. It's not, or healing from a bad partnership, um, or a falling out with a family member. It goes deep, 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 deep. When you truly ask source or your ancestors to begin to show you things that you need to heal, make sure you're ready. Make sure you're ready, because one thing that I have learned during this whole journey is please understand and be careful what you pray for and what you ask for, because you just might get it. Now I was asking for patience. God was telling me, like, look, you not patient. So I'm like, God, please show me, teach me how to be patient. You put me in situations where I had to learn to be patient, and I'm like, hold on, I didn't mean like this. But who am I to tell my ancestors or to tell source how to show me patience, right? This is what I asked for. Now, part of my healing process was forgiving those who have done me wrong. And what I mean by that is, as a child, I went through a lot of very traumatic things, being touched on and things like that. And learning to forgive those people was a process. And it's crazy because I asked God to help me heal. I called in my archangels to help me heal. And it's crazy because those very people that hurt me in a way that traumatized me, I literally had to see them face to face. Literally. Some of them didn't even recognize me. And all these emotions was coming up. I was getting triggered. I seen this person in the store. This person was looking really rough. He was looking rough. But I knew exactly who he was because the incident that happened replayed in my mind. And all these emotions came up. And as I'm looking at him, and he looked rough. He looked like, he looked like life whooped his ass. Excuse my French. I told myself, I forgive him. You know, I forgive him. All those emotions and things that I felt, they were gone. And I was able to move forward to the next thing, to heal, to begin to heal. So to begin to love myself. Because that's part of healing too. Self-love. Self-love, loving yourself for who you are. Being your own cheerleader. Being your own mother, your own father, your own sister, your own brother, your own best friend. You know what I'm saying? really being in tune with who you are is very important. Because let me tell you something. If you're waiting for people to approve you, don't hold your breath. Because you're waiting for people who, majority of these people, don't know themselves. They don't approve of themselves, but you want them to approve of you. How about you approve of you? Know that you are good enough. Know that you are the best at whatever it is that you do. Know that you are beautiful, that you are handsome, you are creative, you are powerful. You know, understanding that healing is essential, because when you heal yourself spiritually, automatically, naturally, because as above, so below, your body is healed. A lot of these sickness and stuff, yes, a lot of it is man-made, but a lot of it is also because of the sickness in the spiritual world. The Walking Dead is real. You literally have zombies. You literally have people walking around who are spiritually dead. And if you are able to smell spiritually, you will know. You will know. That's a whole nother story. Healing has been a beautiful, tough experience for me, because it was things that I needed to really deal with that I didn't want to deal with. I did not want to deal with it. It was too painful. It hurted. My heart actually hurted. I started getting anxiety. I started feeling some type of, I didn't want to deal with that. But I knew I had to, because if not, there was only going to be a level of success that I was going to reach, and then I was going to go back and start all over. And I did not want to be stuck in that cycle. I didn't want to be stuck in that cycle anymore. You know, I got tired of being rejected by people. I got tired of being told that I wasn't good enough. So I decided I want to get to know me, because they got me messed up. Because I know that I'm a good person. I know who I am. I know. So let me get to know me. Forget them. Let me be my own friend. I'm the magic. I'm the life of the party. You know, my ancestors in spirit reign on me. You know, and one of the first things I did to help on my journey of healing and self-love was looking in the mirror and talking to myself, and realizing that when I would look in the mirror subconsciously, now I've been doing this for a year. When I first started looking in the mirror and talking to myself, I realized that I was saying negative things to myself. Like, I'm ugly, I'm not good enough, I'll never have this, I'll never have that, this, that, and the other. And it was hard for me to look at myself in the mirror. Yeah, I look at myself in the mirror long enough to put, my makeup on or do my hair if I was going somewhere. But in the meantime, not realizing subconsciously while I'm doing that, I'm saying negative things to myself. And so, shout out to Pretty Boss TV. She was one of the first people that I heard that spoke about this. And basically, she was just saying, say nice things about yourself. And she shared her testimony, and she's here on YouTube. Go check her out. She's dope. And I did that, and I remember the first time I couldn't even look myself in the mirror. I broke down and I cried and I ran out. I couldn't look myself in the mirror, and I couldn't say nothing positive about myself. And I remember crying and just meditating and praying and just saying, wow, that's crazy. Because I compliment people all the time. I have no problem in letting somebody else know, oh, you handsome, or you pretty, oh, go ahead, okay, do your thing, go best friend. But when it came to myself, I got choked up. And so in the beginning, I wasn't consistent, but then I started to get consistent. I wrote down affirmations and I put them around places I seen, and I started speaking them over myself. Like, I am loved, I am good enough, I'm abundant, I'm prosperous, I'm beautiful, I vibrate high, just different affirmations. And I noticed that I was able to stare in the mirror and talk to myself more. And I realized that the things that was being said back to me subconsciously were actually positive. I started to feel the energy within my body. I'm like, I like this feeling. I ain't that bad. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, girl, do your thing. And the people around me started to notice it too. What you put out in the universe, what you put out in the universe will be reflected back to you, good or bad. That's why it's important to heal yourself. That's why it's important to love on yourself. That's why it's important to, really do the shadow work, really dig deep and figure out what are these things or people or places that are triggering you to make you want to go back.